agreed to be here tonight with us. Let's go, party is going on.
The certificates over the blockchain, first of all, it's the
got muted somehow. Hey guys, welcome to Daniel's Den. We are here live and in living color. Thank you everybody for hanging out today, tonight, this afternoon. Let me do a quick audio check once more. All right, we are good. So everybody can see and hear me. So thank you. We're live on YouTube. We're live on where else are we live on? We're live on Twitter and we're live on Facebook. So everybody, thank you for hanging out today, tonight, this afternoon. Glad to be here. We are jumping into some great stuff within Wealth Builders Worldwide, especially within Gold Standard Partners. So let me start this meeting off the right way. Like our mentor, Mr. Ty Best said, the founder and CEO of Wealth Builders Worldwide, an organization that is doing a large amount of volume every month, over $1 million easy in volume every month, closer to $3 and $4 million in volume every month. Okay, so this sharp gentleman said everything starts with a dream. So no matter what we're discussing today, if you don't have a dream, if you don't have something that you're passionate about that really pricks on your heartstrings, time freedom, financial freedom, whatever it is, acquiring certain things, acquiring assets, being able to empower others, right? Being able to maybe even bless your pastor or the people that you are serving with and ministering with, maybe to empower them financially, right? There's so many reasons why people have a dream and a passion that really pulls them out of their comfort zone or pushes them into their greatness, right? So I don't know what that dream is for you, but definitely if you have a dream, this information will help you go towards that goal and dream no matter what you're doing in this awesome world that we live in, right? So that is our introduction for today. That's what we're talking about. We are talking about dreamers and empowering people to go towards their dream. How are we doing that? This is going to be concise because I just want to give you a sample. We do live webinars every single day. We have training every Sunday night. So there's not a lack of information and there's not a lack of things to be exposed to expand your mindset so that you can move into the success that you want and so that you can tap into your dream, manifest that dream in your life, right? So why is Monopoly on the board, right? I want to start with a story because I enjoy playing Monopoly, the game. We're going to talk a little bit about Monopoly on steroids in just a little bit. And people who are plugged into our amazing Wealth Builders Worldwide team, you already know kind of where I'm headed, but this is how I'm going to start getting there, right? So I don't know about you, but when my family played Monopoly, I'm just going to tell you straight out, you need to have been doing some praying and some fasting or something like that. People were getting mad. People were getting upset. There was interventions. There was some anger. There was animosity. Something happened when our family played Monopoly. People were competitive. People withdrew because they were angry. I mean, it was and always is very fun, but it's also very aggressive to play Monopoly in our household. Okay, it gets heated, right? So you better know your God, right? You better be prayed up, right? Because there's some stuff going on in Monopoly, man. When we play Monopoly, everybody's wanting to win. Everybody's trying to negotiate. Everybody's trying to acquire properties to be successful. And they're like, man, why are you not working with me? I need this property or I need that property, right? And the other person doesn't give them the property. They're bartering back and forth. And man, the barter gets heated, okay? It gets heated. There's no way around it. There's no sugarcoating it. That's what I'm telling you. There's no moms, there's no dads, there's no moms, there's no daughters in Monopoly, right? It is everybody's competitive, right? And it's an enjoyable environment, man. But it's funny. Sometimes it does get a little bit too heated. But hey, it is what it is, right? Everybody's competing, and it's a fun game to play, especially if you're playing it with family and friends and stuff like that. It's a long game too. I mean, I think we played my Monopoly for like 2 to 3 hours, as a family, and it goes by so quick, and you're like, oh my gosh, we've been playing this game for a while, right? And I know there's different versions of it. Like we try and do a short version that doesn't ever work. Handing out a little bit of properties. Everybody got a little bit of properties to start, and then we're rolling, right? So of course you pass and go, and you get your little money, and you're like, man, let me get some assets. Let me get some property, right? Let me get some prime real estate, right? You're like, let me scoop up this. Let me scoop up that. Is Boardwalk available? Is this one available? Is St. Charles available, right? So you're trying to position yourself throughout the game to be successful, right? Because you want that when somebody lands on your property, you're like, man, give me that money, right? Give me that money, right? You don't want to just survive on going around. And I love this quote. Somebody posted this, and somebody memed it or something like that. It's like people live their lives like if they're going around a Monopoly board and they're just passing go and collecting $200, and they're not grabbing any assets. They're not grabbing any properties. They're not doing anything besides passing go and collecting, right? So of course that'd be a correlation to people with only one income, right? So I want to talk to you about another income stream, a passive residual income stream. I said passive and I said residual. So I excluded recruiting, and I excluded you going to try and get people, right? We don't get people here, but this doesn't require anybody going to recruit or connect anybody to a business entity, right? This is passive residual income, and I'm telling you, it is Monopoly on steroids. Now, I'm going to water this down in terms of making it simple for everybody to just absorb it, and then you can learn more as you connect with us. Like I said, we do live presentations and live webinars every single day. Every single day you can connect with Wealth Builders Worldwide and connect with us and take a small bite of this big wealth elephant. Tonight, today, this afternoon, just depending on where you're at in this awesome world. I see we have people on Facebook and other platforms right now hanging out with us, so welcome in, everybody. But you want to just take a few bites at a time, and we're going to take a little glimpse and a little bite on the passive residual income option that we have called Lydian World, okay? It is really, really cool, guys. It's in a game format, right? And all it is that you're acquiring and tapping into all of the activity, right? All of the activity within any country within the world. GS Partners is a global entity. So, for example, I'm in Georgia. All of the global activity that's happening in Georgia, or even across the world, maybe in Cambodia, maybe in London, right? Maybe in Australia, you can actually tap into that and create passive residual income for yourself. And it's called the Lydian World, right? And you just go ahead and you participate by jumping in and becoming a citizen within that world or within that area. So earlier today, our team did a little bit of a training, and there were several countries that you can become a citizen in, and it was very, very inexpensive. It's a game that we're able to tap into the passive residual, the actual volume that's going to be happening and that's already happening in Gold Standard Partners. So imagine with me, if you could get a piece of everything that is purchased, everything that is done in your current state. And the government, imagine this, I'm playing out a scenario, an imaginary scenario. Imagine if you could be the digital president of the country you're currently in or the state you're currently in. And imagine that you could actually get passive residual income because of being the president or maybe even a citizen or a senator, right? Within a digital world, and get passive residual income in the real world because what has happened in this real world, because of the volume that was done in the real world of people acquiring assets. Imagine if people were acquiring assets all around the world and you got to participate and jump into that country and become a citizen within that country, and that country shared with you, rewarded you for all the activity that was going on in that country, right? So imagine you can get a piece, a slice of the GDP of a country. That would be monopoly on steroids. Because in monopoly, right, you pass go, you get your $200, right? You're going to acquire one property, right? You're going to acquire some real estate in Broadwalk, right? Now you're going to have to wait until somebody lands on Broadwalk, right? You're going to have to wait for someone to land on St. Charles, right? Or St. James, right? You're going to have to wait for that person to land there, right? In the monopoly game, right? Now, what's really cool about what the Lydian world does, like I said, is strictly focused on helping you create passive income, right? Now, within Lydian world, let's say as an example, right? Everything that happens, I'm in Georgia, so everything that happens in Georgia, and you're a citizen in Georgia, they reward you with passive income because there's a bunch of people saving and acquiring assets in Georgia. That's Lydian world in a nutshell, okay? Of course, there's a lot of little nuances and there's a lot of different strategies, right? But you're getting positioned for passive residual income. This is only one part of our global ecosystem. You're going to hear me say ecosystem a lot while you hang out with me because that's what we're doing. You're going to hear me talk about blockchain often, right? Oh yes, and somebody knows what's going down. So Barney says a great Christmas gift, right? Ooh, because you can position yourself now, right? There's people positioning themselves in Trinidad and position themselves in Grenada and position themselves in all these different countries around the world. Like I said, we are a global entity. We're doing business in over 120 countries right now. And you're hearing about us because we're sharing it with you. You get to hear about this by invitation only. You get to hear about this by invitation only. Right? So Barney's sharing it with you, and there's other people sharing this with you. I love playing Monopoly, man. Like I said, my family grew up playing Monopoly, and it was heated, right? But it was fun. You know, we're spending time as a family, but we're going at it, right? And like I said, there was some times where people would withdraw because they were upset, and there was times people were heated and engaged, right? Because the negotiations failed, right? People were trying to negotiate for properties and position themselves, and it wasn't working out for them, right? So they might withdraw, or they might, you know, be over animated, right? So I mean, that's what happens when you're with your family, right? You let loose, right? You go at it. Okay. Now, I'm saying this is monopoly on steroids because of the fact you can be a citizen in multiple locations all at the same time to position you for passive income. So whatever's happening in that country's GDP, which is just a fancy word for saying the volume within that country, you're going to be rewarded. And like I said, this is just one part of this wealth ecosystem that we have in place. Gold Standard Partners is not doing things in a normal way. We're doing things different. The reason why we can do things different, I like that, Miss Phillips. Way too much fun. It is fun. Building wealth is fun. Now, the reason why we could do things different, like I was about to mention, is that we're a company that has started something that has never been done before. This is not me boasting. I'm just laying out some simple facts so that it could help you follow. Because like I said, this is for the dreamers. This is for the people who want to move forward, have some kind of passion within their lives, and they're trying to find a vehicle to help drive them to their dream and to their goal, right? That's who I'm talking to. If that doesn't apply to you, if you don't have a passion or a dream, something that you're trying to move towards, like we have someone who did a success story that she actually paid off her house early, way before 60, right? So you might be that person that has that dream of debt freedom, right? There's someone who's recently about to do a live stream tomorrow who's a retired nurse because of Gold Standard Partners. So people are retiring early, right? Because that was their goal, that was their dream. People are being able to spend time with their loved ones, There's people who are doing this business full time, and they're full-time moms and full-time dads, full-time spouses because of this amazing business. So I don't know what your dream is. All I'm telling you is that this is monopoly on steroids. This is going to be one slice of the wealth pie that we have here in this global ecosystem that's going to start rewarding people passive residual income for positioning themselves in a country and just enjoying the rewards of people acquiring assets. Think about what I'm saying. I didn't tell you and talk to you about anyone spending or moving money away from themselves. I'm still talking to you about people taking their cash flow and moving it towards themselves. We're not even talking about spending here. So that's why this is a very unique business, because everything we're focused on is to build passive residual income and is to build generational wealth. So it doesn't look flashy. It's not outlandish, and it's not in your face, because we're doing something that hasn't been done before. Most people do not acquire assets. Most people do not focus on creating more passive income. What do? You get another job, you go to school again, and that's what normal people do, which is, it's okay if that's your goal. But like I said before, I started off with the dream. That's anchor in this conversation is the dream. If you don't have a dream and a passion, something that you're shooting for and something that you're going towards, that you know your job can't finance. You know your job can't finance that Tesla. You know your job can't finance your debt freedom. You know that job can't get you to financial freedom and time freedom, right? You know that. So you're here listening to us today, tonight, this afternoon, right? So you're tapping into what we're throwing down. And that's right. It's just one slice of this wealth pie. And I want to say that again because, and thank you for that, Ms. Phillips, because take the slice that you want out of this wealth pie. We in GS Partners show you some information and you gravitate to what is for you. Nobody is over your shoulder when you're looking on Amazon telling you you have to get this or you have to get that. Probably shouldn't have advertised for them, but hey, it is what it is. A lot of people are acquiring things online. Hint, hint, clue, clue. A lot of people are acquiring things online. Hint, hint, clue, clue. That's why we're doing business online. Hint, hint, clue, clue, right? So once again, you can position yourself for passive residual income in the Lydian world. Get back with the person sharing this information with you. I'm not trying to explain everything. You don't have to explain everything to a dreamer. And you know what? To be honest, no one really explains all the details about everything all the time. Explain to me how you use your car. Explain to me when you turn the key in your car, how that car cranks up. There's only a few people that know that, and there's only a few people who care about all those details. Most people want to turn the key and get to the destination. They don't care about the key. They don't care about the car. Most people want to get to a destination. They don't care about the vehicle. Let me get in this vehicle, but get to my destination. So once again, for those who have a dream, we're presenting you information so that you can get in a vehicle called GS Partners and gas it up to get to whatever destination you desire. This is just one part of the wealth puzzle and pie, one part of this global ecosystem. And when you start seeing this global ecosystem come together, and it's already come together. So one thing I do want to be very clear about, I'm sharing with you about Lydian World, which is upcoming passive income stream that is being built in GS Partners. But people, like I said, have already retired with GS Partners. People have already created over $100,000 of income in 1 month within GS Partners. That has already been done. That's past tense, okay? So for those who are looking at this stream, seeing this on Facebook, seeing this on YouTube, wondering if you should get involved, if this is legitimate, that's past tense. So you could join if you like, or you can watch us tap into more and more passive income, because people in GS Partners, especially when they see this whole global ecosystem, we're not going anywhere else. It doesn't make sense. We want to build wealth for ourselves and for our families. So this is where we're rooted. This is where we're standing, because we have that dream and that passion, okay? So listen, everybody, on the sound of my voice, once again, Gold Standard Partners is doing something that has never been done before. Outside of the lithium world, which I was sharing with the guy a lot tonight, this afternoon, because it's really, really fun and it truly is Monopoly on steroids, right? But outside of the lithium world, we get paid immediately in real time because we're on something called the blockchain. Our organization called Gold Standard Partners owns and controls a blockchain, and all that is a fancy word for an open ledger. Every single person that creates a transaction on that blockchain, you don't have to worry about validating transactions. You don't have to worry about the transactions being real in Gold Standard Partners. Is because there's multiple computers confirming it. So definitely on your own time, look up the word blockchain, self-educate yourself on that. And I'm definitely going to have to pull in a video from, what's up, Miss Veronica? Pull in a video where a gentleman was explaining to his two 6-year-old daughters the blockchain technology and how he used it. He used that tool to become wealthy and financially independent and used his cryptocurrency to purchase a Porsche. There's so much to this wealth puzzle. You want to take it one Zoom at a time, and you want to get back with the person sharing this information with you and say, hey, how do I start playing Monopoly on steroids, right? That guy was pretty animated. He had a few jokes here and there, but what's going on with this Monopoly on steroids? How do I participate, right? And like I said, we're on the blockchain, so that benefits you because we're the only company I'm aware of where you can actually get paid in real time outside of Lithium World, which is an upcoming passive residual income stream that we're very excited about because I'm from Queens. I'm from New York. I'm a kid from Queens. I never thought in my life that I would be able to acquire real estate in Dubai, commercial luxury real estate in Dubai. Since we are talking about Monopoly on steroids, that is a Monopoly on steroids move. Imagine if you could acquire, right? Let's correlate it to Monopoly. Imagine if you could acquire Park Place and those big ticket places in Monopoly. Imagine if you could just get small pieces of it instead of having to buy the whole amount, which you might not have had when you were pass and go, right? And you only got $200 and that property was like 500 or 600, right? You couldn't get it. You couldn't afford it. So imagine being able to grab $100 of that Park Place in Manhattan, right? And just keep acquiring and still getting paid on that. Man, I'm telling you, Gold Standard Partners doing something that's never been done before. So that's what tokenized real estate is. You can acquire smaller parts of a real live building, and we're doing that right now. I've acquired a lot of XLT, which is a token that puts you in position to play some Monopoly on steroids. You start acquiring real estate in Dubai, a real location that's already built out, that our leaders have already visited and is all over YouTube because it's a few minutes away from the Burj Khalifa, the world's largest freestanding building, where we had our global launch in June. Plus, I just showed you a video of that just a few minutes ago. So guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, get back with the person sharing this information with you. Find out more about Lithium World. Find out more about how you can get paid today in real time and how you can actually move those funds so that you can actually get paid and use those funds. It's not just you can get paid today. You can get paid today and move those funds on a secure card called the GS Lifestyle Card. I don't want to jump into that because once again, that's another piece of the wealth pie, the global ecosystem that's being built. And for those who are new to the stream and wondering why I'm so animated and why I'm talking about the dream, is because I've never had an opportunity to be connected to several millionaires that are excited to connect and support a billionaire. And this is the billionaire that is financing, supporting, and helping to support and move forward this initiative called Gold Standard Partners. His name is Mr. Joseph Haidt. That's his website. You can go straight to there and get details on him. I did a short video about how he ended up with this website because he's not pushing an agenda that doesn't empower people. So as he was empowering people and moving forward, someone tried to defame him discredit him and created a website with his name and started to try and defame him. But guess what? All charges have come through and he owns that website now. Right? So things that are meant to try and hurt you and harm you, they can only work for your good. They can only work for your good. And thank you for that, Miss Veronica. That's right. Right place at the right time. All right, guys, get back with the person sharing this information with you. All things will work for your good. Have a good day, night, afternoon. We will see you on the next live stream. Take immediate action. Everybody who's under the sound of our voices, everybody who's seeing this information, get back with that person that's sharing this information with you. We want to position you for passive residual income. If I'm the person sharing it with you, you go straight to my website right there, y1income.com. Get your free registration completed. Watch a short 20-minute video by one of our millionaire mentors, the person who brought me into the business, Mr. Michael Delco. Short video too, it's about 20 minutes on my website for the people who I've invited. If I didn't invite you, get back with the person sharing this with you so that they can share their link so that you can get connected in the right way. All right. We'll see you guys on the next live stream. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. That's right. That's right. I see that, Miss Phelps. That is right. None of them. They gonna form, but they ain't gonna work. They can't. Woo, they can't. All right. Thank you, guys. Having way too much fun today.